Okay, that was done. That was done. That was done. Okay, so it closed out of my document completely. Drive. I will. So we were on the last one. So we are changing what? Percents? Decimal to percent. What is my rule to change a decimal to a percent before I was rudely interrupted? Bryce?
You have to take the decimal and wherever the decimal point is, bring it back twice.
What do you mean by bring it back? Give me a direction.
You take it from where it is and you go one place.
To the left or to the right?
To the right.
To the right. So under your last rule, right, move decimal point 2 places to the right. And I'm getting there as fast as I can. Move decimal point 2 places to the right. Move decimal point 2 places to the right. Give me just a second. So move, I'm going to be lazy, DP 2 places to the right. Okay, so I'm going to do 0.28, 1.25, and 0.04. 2. Flip it over to the back, Colton. Okay, so on all of these, all we do is move the decimal 2 places to the right if I'm going from a decimal to a percent. So I'm just going to show this on all of them. Then I have to write down what I see. Hannah, what do you think 0.28 is as a percent? What? Bryce, help her out.
It's 28%.
28% because my new decimal point would be right there. Okay, so it's 28%. Lexi, what about the next one? 125%. Brady, what about the last one?
It'd be 4.2%.
Yeah, just 4.2%. So there can be decimals in percentages. Okay, they don't all come out pretty. Okay, let's go down to our examples. Let's see if I can get most of them. Okay, so we're going to change the fraction 13/40ths. Did I already give you that same one?
Yes.
Let's change this to 17. I thought it was 17/40ths. That's why in my head I did 13. Okay, let's make that a 17/40ths. To get it to a decimal, I have 2 options. Get the denominator to 10, 100, or 1,000. I could easily get it to 10, but can I do 17 divided by 10? So what's our other option that always works? Divide it out. And again, for time purposes, I'll just give you this one. 17 and 40. But let's get it set up properly. I want you to write it out like that. Our workspace is out here. Tonight you might have to, actually the workspace is at the bottom, so you'll have plenty of room to divide it out. So 40, I'd have to add a decimal point and a 0, probably several. But again, I'm going to do the math for you to save time. 17 divided by 40, we would get 0.425. So that would be our decimal. How do I turn that decimal into a percent, Alex?
You move the decimal point only 2 times to the right.
2 times to the right, so what would my percent be?
42.5.
42.5%. Why do we like that second fraction a little bit better? Brady?
11 is 25. You can get to 100 easily.
Yeah, I can get 25 to 100 very easily by doing, I'm going to go over here to my workspace. Times 4 would give me 44 over 100. All I've done is created an equivalent fraction. How does that give me my decimal, Colton?
Because then now you put it in a percent.
Not a percent, I need my decimal. How do I get a decimal from that fraction?
So you start with the 0,
Okay?
and then the top number is your decimal.
Yeah, 44, 0.44. And a percent, Brady?
44%.
44%. Next one. Let's do our percent first because it's fairly easy. Bianca, what's 0.232 as a percent?
23.2.
Yep, we just have to move it 2 places to the right. So 23.2%. What work do I need to do to get my fraction, Addie? How do you say that decimal?
32.2.
The decimal, that's a percent. How do I say that decimal properly? $232, not hundredths, it has thousandths. So I put 232 over 1,000,
Can be reduced.
and then you have to reduce. They're both even, right?
4, so 2.
So 116 over 500, that's dividing them both by 2. They're both even again, right? So if I divide them by 2 again, what do we get? 58 over 250. Still even. Divided by 2 again, which would be 29. 29, right? Yeah, because 60 be 30. Over 125.
It's odd now.
Yep, and that's as far as we can go. So our fraction would be 29 over 125. And again, if you would have divided by 4, you still would have had to divide by 2 once. Could have divided.
How do we get to 232 over 1,000 again?
We said this decimal properly.
So,
232 thousandths.
yeah.
Okay, next one. Who can say that properly? Chase, can you say that decimal properly?
156 thousandths.
Nope.
100.
Because we say and at the decimal point. So it's 1 and 56 hundredths. So for a fraction, it'd be 1 and 56 hundredths. If there's a whole number as a decimal, there has to be a whole number in the fraction, and it's going to be the same.
And be reduced.
56 over 100 can be reduced.
Divide by 4.
Divide them both by 4. Not 25.
Yeah, for the bottom part.
Oh, on bottom, yes.
56
1, 4, 14. Can that be reduced?
No.
Nope. So our final answer is 1 and 14 over 25. What about our percent? Peyton, what's my percent?
156%.
Good job, 156%. 64% as a decimal. Maddox?
As a decimal is 0.64.
Good job, 0.64 because we moved the decimal 2 places to the left. Bryce, as a fraction.
0 and 64 hundredths.
Okay, so 64 over 100 because we don't need the 0 out in front. Is that a good final answer?
No, because it can be simplified.
Oh.
I think 4.
Okay, 4 goes into both of them. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. So it'd go 1, 6,
16 25.
25ths, 25ths. Can that be reduced?
No.
Nope, so that is our fraction. Give everybody a second to get that down, and then we'll, what do we have, 2 more? One more? Or remember, another way we can always get the fraction is just put the percentage over 100 and reduce it to. Notice this one would have been the same thing, 64%, 64 over 100. Everybody have this before I move on? Okay, last one, 126%. Nev decimal, 1.26, good job. Then when I do my fraction, I go ahead and put a big 1. Why do you think I do it first, Brady?
Because 126 is over 100.
Yeah, so I don't forget it, because that's the most common thing is you guys will give me the fraction for 26 hundredths, you'll just leave off that 1. So I'm just going to put it there, 1 and 26 hundredths.
13 50ths.
Divide it by 2, yep, would be 1 and 13 over 50. Now, it's not that any of this math is super hard, it's just you'll mix up or forget one of the rules. So while you do your homework tonight, I suggest you have your rule sheet next to you. You do have a worksheet. Okay, it looks similar to those examples. I give you either the fraction, the decimal, or the percent, and you give me the other 2. Okay, there's workspace at the bottom to show your work. Some of them will have work, some of them won't have much work at all. Okay, I just gave you space at the bottom if you need it. You can come grab your worksheet and get started on it. You have about 6 or 7 minutes.